Alright, well, we'll start. Good morning. Happy Monday. So we're gonna make this week's global design project, and it's color challenge, so we have to use Cajun Craze, crushed curry, and pecan pie. And I was like, well, 2 of those 3 colors are in the autumn soil, so we're gonna use this DSP for sure. And then I'm torn between these 2 sets. We might use both. We'll see. But we'll do the card base first while we decide which one we want. This DSP is stunning. Each time I've pulled it out, I don't want to cover up any of them because it's just so pretty. So we got this one, which is totally Cajun Craze, and it's got a little fox on it. And then we got stripes on the back. It's got a vanilla base, not white. Some pumpkins. I love fall. Fall is my favorite season. So pretty. So pretty. So we need either a Cajun Craze or a pecan pie heavy piece, since that's the challenge. You get 3 of each pieces of DSP, which is nice when you totally are in love with the DSP. So, here's my box. So I think we're gonna use the fox, and then we're gonna pair it with our Cajun and pecan. I need to order some vanilla paper. I've been crafting since 2004 or 5. So however many years ago that was. It's not no longer, I don't think it's, I'm in that zone where I really don't think it was that far away, even though it totally was that far away because I'm getting old now. But I think since then I've only ever bought like 1, maybe 2 packs of vanilla cardstock. I was like, wait, where's this story going? Okay, so I want this to be smaller, and then I want I want 3, so if I go 3 inches, 1, 2, 3, no, that'll be pushing it. So we'll just do 1, 2, 3. My poor Foxy. Okay, so I'm gonna do pecan pie border. I think we might try vanilla. And then what's my it's crushed curry. And then Cajun, I'll just bring them all out so we can see. I'd like to have. So yeah, this is my vanilla. Like I said, I think this is just my 2nd pack. Might even be my 1st pack. Hi Gian, how are you? Kitties are doing good. They have a vet appointment today, so they won't be happy with me in a while. But they are too big for my cat carrier. So I pulled out the old dog crate, and I will stick them both in that. And so right now they are playing in the dog crate, having lots of fun. Okay, so I want this to be my card base. So I'm gonna go 4 and 1/4 by 5.5 normal. Good morning, Marsky. The babies, yeah, so they're playing in the crate. We're going to the vet today. So they won't be happy soon. And so they're playing in the crate. They're too big for the little carrier. When we got them as kittens, they could both fit in the carrier, which is really cute. Because we got them, when we got them, it happened so fast. Missy passed away, and then on like the Friday, and then Milo went into like severe sadness, and he wouldn't eat, he really wasn't drinking, so we had to kind of rush out. So Monday we went out, found these two kitties, put in our application. Tuesday night we got the call that we could go get them, and we got them. Picked them up on Wednesday. And then the following Monday I was in for surgery. So it was kind of like this whirlwind of craziness. And so I was in recovery, so I didn't really get to acknowledge how small and cute they were. And so now I look at pictures and I'm like, oh, they're so little. They were so cute. I wish I took more photos though. But my brain was like not being able to function. But Milo had his crate out because he had so much anxiety, so we had a blanket over it so he could go and hide in there. And the kitties would go in there and snuggle with him, so it's pretty funny that they are just playing away. Probably still smells like him a little bit. But yeah, they won't be happy with me this afternoon. They're gonna get a couple of their shots. They're not big treat kitties, so it's not even like I can give them any little treats after. I did get this tube of goo that's for hairballs. And they do both really like that. I thought Missy used to get pretty wicked hairballs, but she was a long-haired cat, so of course she would get hairballs, especially since her hair came out in like clunks, right? But these guys are short-haired cats, so I was like, oh, I won't have hairball problems ever again. But they both get hairballs because they shed so much. It just keeps coming. Oh, fix. Nah, don't stick. Alright, either I did math wrong or this paper just doesn't want to line up. I don't want to wreck it. Alright, that's what it's gonna have to be. There we go. Let's flatten it out. Okay, so we have our Cajun Craze Fox DSP on pecan pie. And then I was thinking that. And so we have an option. We do a tree with Cajun, pecan, and crushed curry and put it on here. Now the tree's pretty big, so he will cover a good amount of stuff, which is why I was then thinking I could do a little mountain. So let's let's play around with this. I took my rescue to the dog on Saturday to the vet. I had to pull her in and Hubby had to push her. Aww. 2 weeks in an IV. That's poor doggy and family. It's always stressful. Like, I'm trying not, so I don't want them to sense it, but I'm always like, ugh, don't want to do anything that, you know, causes them harm or sadness. So I don't want to poke them, but they need one or two little ones. Okay, so I'm gonna go some crushed curry trees, and then we're gonna go Pecan Pie Mountain, and then a small mountain behind. Or we do I'm gonna try it this way. I'm sure I was more stressed out, right? Yes. Alright, so I'm just gonna die cut. And then we'll I'm not gonna move my big shot over today though. Oh, I am very tired. I even went to bed slightly early yesterday. I'm gonna try that one. I think I can get it on there. There we go. Where's the other tree? So I started some Christmas cards. I was joking around that I am halfway done my Christmas cards. Last year, because we had our strike, I didn't send out any cards. Now I know I could have because they came back at the last minute, but I didn't. So, but I had made them all for last year, and I had addressed a bunch of them, so I'm like halfway done, because last year we did none. I have no nails, so let's take this off. The tree, I love the tree details. Like, they're just stunning. Like, it's getting dark now, we're gonna get shadows. I have the light on above me, so we will have to. I don't turn on the light. Lights really hurt my eyes and my head with the concussions and stuff. And so I'm generally in the dark. I have a rock, one of those salt lamp rocks, and I have some Christmas lights that I have in a frosted glass jar thing that has mountains and trees and a moose on it. So it's muted, so it doesn't cause me too many problems. But I was like, it's pretty dark, so like I think I'm going to need to turn on light just for the video. I was doing editing for the last video and I was like, it's dark, man. Okay, so okay, I don't know if it's gonna go up or down yet, but All right. Oh, I did it too low. That's okay. All right, so again, this die set is slightly different or unique in that it doesn't fully cut out. So I'm just gonna trim it out here. Yep. You can see all my kitty hair. Everything comes with hair. It's a prerequisite. There, okay, something like that. And then trees. Oh, I think this goes this way, which is fine. So I can probably make this actually much smaller. I wonder if I even need to put it on here. Let's just play for a second. So, because originally I was gonna do like a square down here, but yeah, no, it needs the grounding. It needs the grounding. Oh, my slicer's up here. Alright, so I'm going to cut you down significantly. Whoop. Oh yeah, O'Malley's doing that falling asleep but not falling asleep thing in the crate now. The kitties have been having a bit of a turf war in my bedroom. Actually, just on the bed. And so they're kind of like taking turns. Being like, no, it's my turn on the bed. It's funny, they will sleep together in the bed. Unless I'm there. Then it is Oscar's territory. But O'Malley really wants to snuggle. So he tries. But then Oscar will just be like, I'm going to chase you off the bed. I had a wicked headache the other day, and I couldn't lay in bed, so I came out here, and my brother and sister had given me a chair that they don't use. It's a massaging chair, and they didn't use it, so they gave it to me, and so I was able to use it, and so I came out, curled up in it, and it like has a leg so you can lean back, and I was all snuggled in, and then O'Malley came and just sat on top of, laid on top of my chest and curled up and just started purring the whole. It was so cute. All right, so I'm just taking my sticky scissors and I'm going to trim the back off, or the overhang bit off. And then a sip of water. So this foam mat that I'm using, I got for Tori. She had a really old plastic mat, and it was gross. Hey, Lori. And so I went to the dollar store and I got her this. And when you're using the photopolymer clear stamps, you're supposed to use something with foam underneath it. But I prefer red rubber, so I never really cared. But then they announced that we're gonna lose our red rubber. And so then I started using this, just tried it out, and I was like, oh, this is great. Maybe it was on that side. Well, it's fine. And so I was like, oh, this actually does make a significant difference in the stamping of the photopolymer. Which makes sense. I mean, that's the rule, and if you follow it, things tend to work out better. But anyways, I was like, okay, so now I'm using her mat, and then when she came in, I had to like hide it and be like, no, I wasn't using it. So we went to the dollar store the other day, and I was like, Tori, you want to pick out another one, or do you just want to stick with this one? And so she picked out a really cute little flower one. So now we each have a full mat for the photopolymer. Okay, that was my thinking. I'm not sure I like that. Okay, so let's just do one more. Focus. Okay, so I'm gonna mat this on Pecan Pie. I had a really sweet lady on YouTube, 3 3/4, tell me that I should explain more of what I'm doing. I was like, that's brilliant. I mean, it is a crafting video. She's like, I couldn't see your colors and I didn't know what you were doing. I was like, that makes sense. Okay. I'll have to go look for one myself. Oh, yes. Yeah, it was just a dollar store. I looked on Amazon, but they were really expensive. And of course, you get like 4 or 5. And but none of them really looked online like they had the foam behind them. And so that's, of course, the main part. So, and it's pretty too. So, Stampin' Up could sell a graph one. Yeah, that would be great. But they probably won't because they have the glass mat. Okay, so my thinking was this. And then putting the sentiment there. But see, this is the problem. I don't want to cover this DSP. It's just too pretty. No. So it's either gotta go on the top or the bottom. Alright, well, while we decide that, I just need to think about it for a second. I'm going to do the sentiment. So the trees are gonna come in. I swear, I had the idea. It just sometimes it just doesn't work out when you're like, ah. And of course I'm on live, so it's like, just take a deep breath. You can figure it out. I wonder if I just bail on my strips and go full sheet. What about the other way? Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. Thanks, Louie. There we go. Okay, I might try this way though, just to see if we don't cover up one fox instead of 2 foxes. Nope, either way we're covering up foxes. But this sideways does look much better, so thanks, Lori. Leave it to me to be stuck because I don't want to cover up the animals, right? Okay, so I wanted to do that. And then that. And then I was thinking doing our sentiment embossed on this with white. I'm just gonna glue him. Cut him out. Yes. I could have done that actually, then I went to waste the DSP. It's a good thing this paper has 3 of each. Because it's stunning. And as Kylie Batucci always says, it's just paper. You can get more. There we go. Lining them up. I'm actually kind of I love glue, because then you can just move it a smidge after. No, you wouldn't. And if I hadn't backed them already, I totally would have cut it out. Or I would cut it out, because that's a good idea. But they are layered, so. But do you have this piece so I could fussy cut out that. Okay, a little more water. My meds lead to extreme dry mouth. When you're not used to talking so much. Well, and my borders are of course tight, because I like a tight border. Okay. That, like that, and then we're gonna chop them out. I feel like I pulled a Lori. I feel like I was talking about something and then I lost my thought. I want to cut out. I'm gonna do this guy. Because I was thinking of pulling in these guys, but I kind of like him, he's cute. Plus that way I'm just using one stamp set and dies, and then the DSP. Which is a great way of being like, hey look, you don't need... Just because a suite is coordinating doesn't mean you can't use it with other stuff. Plus, I love mixing and matching. Ooh, fox. There's no definition on that side of his face for the cage on top of the Cajun Craze. He's so cute. Alright, so I think we need some twine. We can try the basic beige. So on the kitty set, no, the Jolly delivery set with the dogs, it's also vanilla. And I used the basic beige ribbon with it, and it actually looked really cool. Oh yeah. So, oops, that's embellishments. So we can do either twine, or we can try and see what we think. Which is funny, because I have not used much basic beige paper. Because just not quite my favorite. I like white though. Like, I love white. But I think it's neutral enough that it works for this. Okay, so because I can't tie a bow properly, this is how I have to do it. So I cheat. So I do 3 glue dots, 1 on each of the side, 1 in the middle. And I go as close to this side as I can. And then put it where I want it to go. And then tuck it under. Also, this way means that you're not wasting extra ribbon back there. So those below the fox are still visible. Yeah. It's cute. It's funny how though just flipping it sideways worked, because this is the look I wanted with the gap. It just didn't work. Portrait. And then just lower it, it got twisted. See, this is what happens when you try and do a bow live. Thanks, Marsky. I knew I was gonna like it once we figured it out. I love this paper. And I love fall. That one was too big, this one was too little. So, again, crafting since 2004 or 5. Actually, I started scrapbooking in like grade 10 because that's how cool I was. But I didn't start doing bows until this last year. There we go. And now when I do bows, I'm all like, look at my bow! Especially to Tony and Connie. I actually did a double bow the other day for a card in our class on Wednesday night with Lori. And I made it for a card and then I posted it in there for a challenge. And I was so excited and proud. Now, it was a double bow with twine, so I'm not sure it still counts, but I was pretty excited. Okay, so I've just attached the glue dot there, and then that can wait over there. And if I actually put it low, you can see those two. So that totally works. You bought a bow maker from Amazon. That didn't help. Oh, I'm sorry, Marsky. Someone gave me a little prong thing that apparently can make bows, and they gave us instructions. And I tried, and I tried, and I was like, this doesn't work. And then China, my sister-in-law, she tried it, and then even my brother tried it, and we're like, this thing's labeled wrong. It's not a bow maker. None of us could get it to work. There we go. Okay, now we need the yellow because that's part of the challenge. Oh, my glue's right here. I love Amazon. I know people are like, I know it's right, it's part of like the world in closing many stores and stuff, but when you can't drive and you are sick, having your things delivered is very helpful. So I have all my cat food once a month. My cat food comes. My vitamins come. And then I just have some random things like my face cream and things like that that also come. It's so cool. Like, it's great. There we go. Check him out. Oh, he's so cute. Look how cute. And then take the bow. And put him on. And now nobody knows that it wasn't attached and we didn't do it. Same for me, I could care less anymore about going out to the stores, yeah. We took my grandma and Tori out and did some shopping on Friday. And my grandma picked out some coloring books for herself, and she picked out some decor, some fall decor stuff. And we both got home though, and it was 2 to 4, like 2:30 to 4 o'clock, 4:30 maybe. So we weren't out long, but man, oh man. We were pooped. Okay, we just need a sentiment and some embellishments and some water. Okay. Oops. Don't want a big sentiment. Let's see. Nope. Way to go. Nope, but I like that size. What a milestone. I'm running out. I'm running out. The road rage is unbelievable. So with my health with my last concussion, it has knocked like everything out of my brain, I swear. And so when we're driving now, I feel like everything's gonna smuck us. Like I've actually moved out of the way, even though there's total room and no reason to be moving. And I do miss ooh. Now, does it look okay with the vanilla? Because if not, I can stamp a sentiment on vanilla. I'll try both. Cheers to another. That might be the right. It's a little bit longer, but that could work. Alright, let's try pecan pie. Ooh, or do we do Cajun? No, I think we need a little more pecan pie. And crafting with O'Malley's not here is a little bit less chaotic. If you watch the replay, he does come at the very beginning and he knocks the whole camera, so it's like shockingly. Don't quite know if that's gonna fit. Let's see. No. There. Ooh. It's stuck. It's stuck. It's stuck. So, anyone have cool plans today? I'm gonna do some blog posting. I have done all of the challenges for this month except for one, I think. And I have no blogs written up, no posts. So I just cut slits in that, and then I'm gonna just so I don't have to do the whole thing. Laundry, ooh, fun. Okay, so when my grandma came over on Friday before we went shopping, she was hanging out here with me, and she helped me make my bed, and it was so funny because in my life there's never been a point of making my bed. The dogs just come along and they muck it up, and O'Malley also comes now along and kerfuffles it all up, and so I just kind of I don't like tuck in anything. I just put it over, right? Fall it over top, so it's semi-made. And my grandma came over and she was helping me, and she's like tucked in all the corners, and so her half of the bed completely flat. There's not a wrinkle in sight. It's all tucked in. And then my side, which oh man, that's gonna be messy. My side's all like, normally it's fine, you know, but if you compare it to grandma's, it was pretty sloppy. There we go. Oh, I don't know how, but no glue came off there. So yeah, her bed was perfect. Okay, so we need some embellishments. Nope, that's crushed curry. Do I not have? Alright, muted dots it is, because that's what we have. Alright, we're gonna go pecan pie. My granddaughter says, why make it? You're only gonna mess it up, right? Yes. Absolutely. See, wisdom. You gotta work smarter, not harder, right? There. Nope. It's getting another one. 1, 2, 3. So I need an extra one somewhere. No. Alright. Well, that game worked out perfectly. Thanks, Lori, for telling me to flip it around. It's cute. I love this paper. It is stunning. So yeah, so there's my Global Hop Challenge, Cajun Craze, crushed curry, and pecan pie. So yeah, I hope you like it. I hope you have a good day, and I will see you all next week. I'll probably talk to you all throughout the week though. Have a good day.